Hello, and welcome. Today, I'm going to be talking about the best type of content that you should be posting out on Facebook to get a good reach. If you're watching this, please do join the chat, introduce yourselves, and feel free to ask lots of questions as we go along. Because I know a lot of people have been seeing a drop in Facebook posts recently. So I'm basically just going to be sharing some of the best types of content you need to be posting out on your Facebook business page now in order to get seen, in order to get more visibility and more engagement. So we're going to be running through that today. And do stay to the end because I'm going to be sharing 101 content ideas for your social media as well. So if you want to get a copy of that, stay to the end and I'll tell you how you can get hold of that as well. Okay, so first of all, who am I? Well, I'm Bex from Social Media Executive and I'm a social media trainer. And today we're going to be talking about the best content ideas for Facebook. So there are going to be three areas we're going to look at mainly. The first area is we're going to be looking at the best type of post. So what is the best type of post that all businesses should be posting out on the Facebook page? And I'm going to be showing you some really good examples of these that you can use that basically small businesses have used. So members of my social flock that I run, a social media support group that we run, I'm going to be sharing some of the amazing posts that have been done just this last year on Facebook, on the free version of Facebook as well. No advertising included. And I'm also going to be talking about why some content gets crickets and while others spark conversations. So I'm going to be really explaining to you why some posts do a lot better than others. Okay. Oh, hi, Tony. Thanks for saying hello. Again, if you are watching live, please do say hello. Give your business a shout out. Tony is one of our newest members of the social flock. So welcome, Tony. Nice to see you. Thanks for saying hello. Again, if you've got any comments or anything, just join the chat. Say hi. Even if you're watching this on catch up, it's always great to hear from people. So basically, who am I, first of all? Who am I to be sharing this knowledge with you? Well, basically, I've trained over 800 businesses across the world. This is kind of a heat map of some of the businesses that I've trained. But I've also got over 200 five-star reviews as well from happy clients who have got real results from their social media. I've even got a few reviews from some of famous people like Ian Livingstone here. For those of you in the gaming arena will know Ian. He brought Dungeons and Dragons to the UK, launched Games Workshop here in the UK, and is a massive celebrity in the gaming world who I've worked with and helped with raise the profile of some of the games for Ian Livingstone as well. So please do say hello, have a look at my reviews that I've done. But now I'm going to be jumping into some of the ideas that you need to be putting on your Facebook content to get a high reach. Okay, so the first thing we need to do when we are looking at Facebook is we need to build trust. Okay, so there's no point creating these amazing posts that get high reach if our pages look a bit like this. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is to go back to your business page and have a look at it. Is it up to scratch? Is it attracting the right audience? This is not a good example of a Facebook page. Okay, if we looked at this page, we're probably not going to buy from this page, are we? They've got 35,000 followers and one single review. So whilst we're talking about content today, I really want you to go back and have a look at your Facebook page, see what type of state it's in, because there's a lot of scam companies out there on Facebook. Okay, so we really do have to build trust with our community in order to make that connection, in order to get people to take notice of our content and to buy. Okay, so again, please do just take a moment just to go back and have a look at your page. Okay, and if you're struggling with all that, then I do run a workshop on Facebook. I've got one online. It's starting in March, so do have a look at that. I'll put the details in the chat. Okay, So once we've built the trust, once we've got our pages looking fantastic, then the next bit then is to think about the images that we're using. Okay, so tell me, have a look at these two images. This is a small pub in a Yorkshire village in Rishworth called The Last Post. Okay, this is one of my clients. Now, on the left-hand side, we've got this really professional looking poster, okay, advertising their next band, the Road Stunner, on the Friday at 8:30. Okay, it's really nicely created. It looks professional. It's saying when it is, okay. And then on the right-hand side, we've got another post here with just a couple of photos. But as you can see, the photos that we've chopped, this guy's chin's chopped off. This one, we've got someone stood on there. We can't even see their head. So again, have a think about, your content, okay? Which one is best? Now, a lot of us as business owners may look at this one on the left, the nice poster, and think, oh, that looks great. But actually, surprisingly, this one got 6 likes, which is okay, got some shares. But actually, when we look at the results from these two posts, this one basically got 201 likes, this post. It reached nearly 9,000 people with nearly 3,000 engagements. And I'm going to be talking about engagements in a second. Again, this was a free post. It wasn't boosted. It wasn't advertised at all. And there are a number of different reasons why this post did so well. And one of the first reasons is the face. So this is Tony. This is the landlord. So this is the face of Tony, who owns the pub. Everybody in the village recognizes him. Therefore, if you're scrolling through Facebook, have a think. You're much more likely to stop on a post where you're someone you recognize. Okay, so faces, it's called Facebook. There's a clue there. Faces do phenomenally well in your content. So you could look at my page. You'll see my face all over everything. You'll see it in my presentations. It's not because I love my face. I absolutely hate it. None of us like our own faces. Let's face it. But they do work. People love to connect with people on Facebook. Facebook does give higher priority to pictures of people's faces. Okay, so this one did phenomenally well because of that. But there's another reason why it did phenomenally well, and that's because of the engagement, and I'm going to come on to that in a minute. But basically, we changed Tony's content of his pub. So he was putting lots of posts out like, come and see the band, we've got this beer on, we've got Sky Sports showing today, and as you can see, it was getting a steady amount of reach, but actually when we changed his content, the type of content, putting more people in there, putting the staff in there, going behind the scenes, doing it a little bit more informally, you can see the difference. Okay, so these were the page likes to his page. It was pretty stagnant, and then all of a sudden we started changing the content, and the page growth followed. So your content is so important. So let's move on to the next bit then. So the best way to increase your reach of your posts on Facebook is basically to create engagement. If you look back at Tony's post, that post did really well because loads of people liked it. Lots of people were commenting on it. That's classed as engagement, okay? But there's a lot of hidden engagement opportunities on Facebook posts as well that people don't realize, because sometimes you might have a post that reached 300 people but nobody's liked or commented, and yet your other post with no likes or comments has only reached 50 people. That's because there's a lot of hidden engagements that people can take on your posts that you don't actually realize. So this one, for example, here, this is a post here. Now there are loads of different things you can do. Obviously you can like, comment and share. So we can see fewer people have liked it here and a few people have commented on it. But that's not the only thing. Facebook is basically monitoring your post to see if it gets lots of engagement. If it lets lots of engagement, it's going to share your post much, much further. Okay. So this post, any Facebook post, you've actually got 13 engagement opportunities. You will know if people have liked, commented, shared on it. Okay. You will know that. You'll be able to see that in your data. However, what you don't know is if people are clicking on the image. Facebook won't tell you that. If they click see more to read more of the text, Facebook won't tell you that. You can click on the page, the date, the hashtag, people you've tagged in, these 3 buttons here. These are all engagements that Facebook are monitoring. And the more of these you get, the more interesting your post is deemed to be to your audience. Therefore, Facebook will share it to more and more people who it thinks might be interested. Now, again, here's a little squiggle. That's just a hover. That's classed as engagement. If people pause and look at your post in the newsfeed, that's classed as engagement. So we've got to try and create content, Facebook posts, that create this type of engagement. And there's loads of tips and tricks. I'll be covering all these in much more detail in my workshop that starts on the 11th of March. But here are a few ideas of good posts that have got good engagement and ultimately have got so good reach. So here we have four members of our social flock, my social media support group. Again, if you are interested in joining, I will pop it in the chat, details in the chat in a minute. But here we've got directions for men. They changed up and swapped their content. They started putting pictures of their group. They're a support group for men who have mental health challenges. And again, they started going behind the scenes, taking more pictures, really sort of talking about their community. And again, this post got 75 likes. It reached over 16,000 people, had over 135 interactions to that post. Again, Halton Haven Hospice, they joined the social flock. They weren't doing very well. They weren't getting much engagement on the post. So immediately we start putting people in the posts. We started getting the people behind who were helping, who were supporting, some of the, the volunteers, the sponsors. Again, this was just something that they worked with Amiga Busways. They put some of the team on there. 19,000 impressions it had for that one post. These guys have not got a huge following, by the way. All these people that I'm showing you have not got thousands and thousands of followers. These are small businesses, small organizations. This one was a reel from one of our members of the social flock, Carolyn. She's a property finder, and she basically posted this, her first ever video. 21,000 plays this got, simply because she was talking about trying to find a client from abroad, a property in Manchester. And he was like, why have we not viewed this property? It's well within budget. It looks beautiful. I want to have a look at it. And actually, she just went over and showcased that actually it's right underneath the airport flight path. And actually, if you put the sound on this, all you can hear is really noisy aeroplanes. Okay. So again, just a really, really interested piece, telling a little story, a little bit like Anne, who's your unlikely guru, who's really into fitness and helping to support women, older women, to get fit. And she just talked about one of the challenges that she'd achieved, putting herself in the photo, saying, wow, I've achieved this. I've driven abroad on the wrong side of the road when her husband unfortunately broke his ankle. She then had to take the mantle and do the driving. And she was so proud of that. And again, she was celebrating that achievement. And again, 149 likes, 68 comments. People love these personal stories, these personal achievements, and really talking about how well they do. So again, these types of posts create great content for your Facebook group, Facebook pages, groups, wherever you want to post. Okay. You've got to keep visible though, okay? So keeping visible is absolutely key when it comes to Facebook. There's no point doing one post and then leaving it for a couple of weeks. Facebook's watching. It's making sure that you are being consistent. If you are consistent, then basically you want to make it, Facebook will push out your content further because it sees you as a consistent, active member of the Facebook community. Is going to share your content wider. So you've got to be consistent. And if you're struggling with consistent, do come and join the social flock, because basically we do content writing sessions live every week to keep each other consistent. Okay. So the next thing then, the do's when it comes to your content on Facebook. Do know your audience. Be specific. What do they like? Talk about it, because I'm going to tell you now, content that has a high reach on some pages won't necessarily have a high reach on yours, because you've got different followers, you've got a different audience. You've got to adapt your content for your audience and really key into that. So you've got to be specific. You've got to be clear on your location, particularly if you're a local business. People are much more likely to support local businesses if they know where you are, where your business is located. You've got to talk their language, be really, really clear. Forget those acronyms. Talk really, really basically and simply, so that you're basically sharing that you understand what it is. Add value when you can, so that your followers really think, oh, I must follow this page because we're adding value. A bit like I do. I do lots of live streams every Monday. I'm adding value. I'm sharing tips. I'm sharing advice. Okay. Don't, however, sell. If all you're doing at the moment on your Facebook page is trying to sell your wares, then I can guarantee now you've probably got crickets on that Facebook page, because there's not many people are interested in just looking at sales posts. Okay. Some sectors it works well. Most sectors it doesn't. So stop that sell, sell, sell. Be more creative. And again, think about joining the social flock. You know, we do talk about lots and lots of things that will help you with those content ideas. And stay to the end, because I have got 101 content ideas as well. Okay. So have a think about that. Not selling. Don't run follower competitions. Now, this is a really, really interesting one, okay? Because Facebook hates you to run follower competitions. It sees it basically as artificially increasing the reach, increasing your followers by running competitions. And there are people on Facebook who just will basically do competitions. So again, don't run follow competitions. Facebook may close your page down as well, particularly if it doesn't follow the right terms and conditions when it comes to competitions. There are very strict rules. So again, don't run, like, share and tag this page to enter the competition. You're likely to get your page shut down. And don't be disengaged either. You know, Facebook is watching you. You've got to be engaged with your community. You've got to be responding to those comments. You've got to be an engaged participant yourself. All these will help you, believe it or not, increase the reach of your posts, improve the performance of your content. Okay. So the next thing then that I want you to talk about, these are some of the biggest mistakes that people make on their Facebook pages. And again, you know, really do have a think about these mistakes, because I bet I can guarantee some of you do these already. Okay, so basically, don't put links in posts. Facebook used to be fantastic at driving traffic to your website 10 years ago. Not anymore. It doesn't like posts with links in. It's going to reduce your reach. Don't sell, sell, sell. I've mentioned that already. Don't use technical speak and acronyms. It puts people off if they don't understand what you're talking about straight away. You've only got a couple of seconds to grab their attention. Get rid of them. We may understand our own technical speak. I can guarantee your customers don't. So keep it really simple. Don't use generic stock images in your content. They've been used time and time and time again. Facebook likes new content, so photos are absolutely ideal. Those photos, those posts that are a bit bland, that are a bit boring, they've got no personality in the posts, they're not going to do well. Okay, we're on Facebook to entertain, to intrigue, to inspire, to engage our audience. That's why we've got to have a little bit of personality. That's why you'll see I always have Barbara you know, to give it a little bit of a uniqueness, to give it a little bit of an idea. You know, Barbara is the mascot for the social flock. You know, she's great. She creates a lot of interactions and a lot of visibility. So the next one then, don't repeat content. I see this time and time again. People put the same content on over and over again. Facebook knows if it's not new content, you're not going to get a high reach. Repeat your content, but say it in a different way. Use different images. It's absolutely fine to do that. Don't do the same types of posts on all the time. You'll get bored and your audience will get bored. Okay, so mix your content up. Do videos, do stories, do text-only posts. You know, there's a whole different raft of variety of posts you can do on Facebook. Take advantage of it. You need to plan. Okay, if you haven't got a plan, I can guarantee your content will fall back to the bottom of the pile of your to-do list, and you won't get consistent content going out. So you've got a plan. So really do think about how you plan that. And again, we hold quarterly content planning sessions in the social flock. Brilliant to help us write our content on our content writing sessions each week. So really don't think about, the biggest mistakes businesses make is they don't think about what their target audience wants to see. Okay, you're not creating content for yourself, you're creating content that will resonate with your target audience. And that's one of the most important things to think about. If you need more help on Facebook, please do come along to my Facebook workshop. We do an hour a week over 4 weeks. I do limit it to 10 people so that we give you lots of help, guidance and support. The link is in the chat, so please do book along to that if you want to come along to that. And I offer lots of in-house training and support. But also, I did promise you that I would be sharing lots of I did promise you I would share 101 content ideas for your Facebook page. It's been developed this week. If you want a copy of that, please do pop a message in the chat. I will be sharing those 101 content ideas this week. It'll be going out live. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will put the link below to get your 101 content ideas for Facebook for free, basically. And if you want some more tips and advice on how to grow your Facebook followers, I also have a video on that as well. So please do have a look at this one on YouTube. I'll just pop it in the chat. If you want 6 top tips to grow your Facebook followers, then please do have a look at this video, and that will help you to do that. Thanks for watching, guys. Please do give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this, and I will see you next week for more tips and advice on social media. Thanks, guys. Bye.